they're like these corpses all look like they were eating a ton of shit. Their stomachs are all full of shit.
Yeah.
Johnson, get a load of this.
You are.
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss.
Oh, hey.
Oh yeah. Morning and welcome to episode 940 of Hard Factor. It is another What the Fuck Wednesday, this time May 11th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. Today, we've got Britney Spears and Hillary Duff in the buff, Xbox violence, international cult madness, the lost city of Atlantis, and much more than that. But Wes, I saw you got accosted by some other parents at tennis class.
Well, no, I didn't get accosted. I avoided them like the plague.
Okay.
Is what happened. That's what I do every time. I just park there. Usually I get a banh mi now from this little trailer that's close to tennis practice.
Of course.
And I just get a banh mi. And if you don't know who I am, I look like a total creep because I'm just sitting there eating a banh mi watching kids play tennis.
You're having a sandwich in your car.
That's right.
Well, I mean, it's just a lunch pail guy.
That's right.
The only kid that's not accounted for is Asian, so they can't guarantee it's your kid, right?
No,
so
not at all.
Yeah, so that's a problem
like
too.
Me.
Yeah. What Wes does is he has a conversation with the parents in his head. He doesn't like it. He has an imaginary conversation. He doesn't like what he's hearing, so he stays in the car. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, I assume I know what they're going to ask me, and I'm right because it's happened to me. It happens every time.
What are they going to ask? That was a deep-seated fear about the summer camp request.
Yeah, I know.
It's all made up in his head.
Yeah, it's all made up. That was a.
I was worried that it happened to you.
No, that's a hypothetical.
Oh no, that's a.
That's just what would happen if you stepped out of your car.
That's exactly right, Will. Probably worse than that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean you're being nice.
Well, I'm glad you avoided that horrible fate. Whew.
Oh God, are you kidding me?
Dodged a bullet.
Talk to other parents. It's the worst.
Dodged a bullet right there.
Yeah.
I brought back.
It's the reason I'm not going to have kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the small talk, just to avoid small talk.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Probably the worst reason to avoid children, but
well, I mean, I don't think Wes disagrees with me there.
No, it's top three.
It's tough. Yeah. It's tough. I brought back intermittent fasting this week, and it was also tough. Speaking of small talk being tough, intermittent fasting. I had breakfast only Sunday and Monday, but you know. So.
Yeah. Well, I gained a ton of weight because it was Allie's birthday weekend, my wife's birthday weekend, and we had like a 3-day weekend. I was off on Monday, and so partied pretty hard. So I haven't eaten in about 40 hours.
Whoa!
I had to make it back up, right?
You're crushing me. I look like an amateur over here.
Yeah.
You said 24-hour fasts.
But then on the weekend, I ate like every hour, every day on the weekend. So.
Okay. Patreon.com/Hard Factor if you want to join the Fatathon. Also, Rasputin Deep Dive, still fresh in there. People seem to like that show about his weird ass, so hop on in,
Yeah.
Water's warm.
Hop on in.
It's like
poison.
It's like poison.
The water's poisoned.
Will, do you like chit-chatting with the other parents, or you're not there yet?
No, I mean, I don't know. I'm socially awkward in pretty much all settings.
No, you're not. You're very gregarious.
Well, like you were saying, like you'll do a too early curse,
Yeah.
So
I say fuck almost within the first 10 words. I'll say fuck.
I get weeded out by the serious people right away.
Yeah.
And then and then So it's like
I had some advice for that. Look for people with tattoos. Look for people with scars. Maybe have like stains on their fingers. Smell a little bit like cigarettes. Stuff like that. That's the parents you want to go up to. Yeah.
I'm the only one of those at my son's private school. Trust me.
So then that's a problem.
Hence the banh mi.
Yeah.
Hence the staying in the car. All right, you guys ready to do the news? Anything else? Okay.
Pat, you're talkative today. What are you?
Oh, I'm just, I'm excited.
Yeah, I like your shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
you got anything you want to say, Pat?
No. Man. No.
You sure?
Come on, say something.
Well, I mean, when it comes to me and the parents, Let's do
Enjoy-
the news.
Enjoy that
Okay.
chit chat.
All right.
All right.
Here we go.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Cup of coffee in the big time, gentlemen. Fun fact: sharks. Contrary to popular, idiots out there, punching a shark in the nose is not the way to go during an attack. If you can somehow muster the ability to think while the shark is ripping your leg off, the best defense is to grab at the eyes and the gills, which are very sensitive, not to try to punch it through the water, which you probably won't get much force anyway.
Not try to punch it in the mouth where its teeth are.
Right. That is, of course, if you still have your arms.
Yeah.
Do you do the literal fishhook move? The fish
you
hook?
grab them
Fish
by the gills.
Yeah,
baby.
like WWF.
eye gouge, fish hook.
Fish hook.
Yeah,
That makes a
absolutely.
lot more sense than trying to punch them in the nose.
It does.
Well, I've heard punch in the nose before.
Punching the
Yeah,
nose is
by a
eye poke and
by
fish hook,
egotistical machismo liar that
Right.
not as
Yeah.
effective, Pat. If
Yeah.
you,
That
if
was
you got
that
one
was
chance,
Goldberg.
right.
You need to take lessons from Gold Dust on how to escape a shark, which is eye pokes and fish hooks into the gills.
Another crazy fun fact, according to Nat Geo, 93% of shark attacks from 1580 to 2010 were on males. Do you guys know why?
Because the wiener looks
Tastes
like
better?
a shrimp. Yeah.
No, it's because guys are cooler than women and do more cool stuff like surf,
Oh.
boogie board, and scuba dive.
All right,
All
more
sports
extreme.
that come with the risk of attack.
Right.
We're just cooler.
It's part of the mating ritual.
'Cause-
That's right.
Shredding that gnar, brah.
You see me
That's
out
right.
there doing dangerous stuff?
Oh wait,
Oh,
is
you
that
missed it?
snowboarding? I don't know what that is.
It's okay. Show up to the beach tomorrow. I'll be out there doing dangerous stuff again. You should see it.
That's right. That's right, Pat. Got a joke for you guys,
But
right?
it's spiritual, Pat. You wouldn't get it. It's like motorcycle guys, like surfer guys.
Right.
Surfers are like motorcycle guys. Like you have
100%.
it's a spiritual experience. You don't get it unless you
You
do it.
saying that's to a motorcycle guy over
Well,
here?
I'm saying that you don't understand surfers just like they don't understand you. Like
Right.
you guys both. You
Is
guys
it
are like
possible that-
like ships passing in the night. You don't even understand each other, but you're the same.
No
What
place
was
to put
the
your
year?
board.
What was the year you gave on that stat, Wes?
1580.
1580 to 2010.
Yeah, is it possible that like just men didn't allow women to like do jobs like fishing and
Yeah,
stuff
very
like that?
possible.
Yeah, and like
Also,
surfing,
Or
yeah.
get in the water. Yeah,
Yeah, like
Men's
allowed
fishing.
anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to get bit by a shark when you're in the kitchen.
That's right.
Surprising though because of menstruation.
Right.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you got to avoid that.
Yep.
I think they weren't allowed out in the water that far.
All joking aside, it's called chum in the waters, and you don't want to do it.
Right. They say a shark can smell blood from what, a mile away?
Yeah.
Oh, way more.
So yeah.
Well, all the
Yeah.
women were like dipping their toes in the shore, like which is like they were only allowed to get toe deep, and then like they would rinse their period blood in, and then the guys that were a mile out would get eaten.
Oh, wow. Yeah, guess so.
That's what
Yeah.
happened.
That makes sense.
I got a joke for you guys. Okay. What did the pedophile say to the kid in the wheelchair?
Pedophile wheelchair. I don't know, Wes.
It's
What?
another pedophile one, huh?
No shit. From the waist down, huh?
Moving right
Like he's gonna
along.
test he's gonna test it out.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
What's
to him.
next?
All right.
Oh man.
See Jared Fogel's back in the news. Speaking of pedos. Yeah.
Let's see. Let me
Better
see
asses.
Wes's notes here. First topic. What do we got? Oh, he didn't
Nope,
paste-
I didn't paste them on
He
purpose.
said we'll
Pat.
paste in later.
He's got a lot of surprises. A lot of tricks in his bag today.
Let's move on to the trending mention. Speaking of sharks and wheelchairs, if you plan on vacationing on the Jersey Shore this year, you might want to keep an eye out for a 1,000-pound great white shark named Ironbound. Named so because that's what you're going to need in your leg after it attacks you, is an iron rod.
Don't
Actually, I
worry,
think
the orcas will save you. They'll
It's also a literal name because iron's like the blood, and he's bound for it. He's coming
yeah.
for it. It's
it's
not
actually
good.
some island off Nova Scotia. But
Yeah.
anyway, look at that thing. Jesus.
Oof.
I mean, that's insane. Anyway, he's 12 feet 4 inches long, so be careful out there if you're swimming along the Jersey
It's
Shore.
just a picture of Jaws.
Yeah, put it back up.
That's a real shark.
Let's get a word bubble that says, "Is it that time of the month?"
I can smell you from a mile away. Unfortunately for you, it's not 2010 anymore, and you're allowed in the water.
Yeah, just a little PSA. Moving on to being afraid of diving in to can't wait to dive in. Guys, Britney Spears was trending again because she has announced she is donating all of her money to Ronald McDonald Foundation and is entering nunhood. Psych, it's because she's posting great nudes again.
Yeah, I
on
saw
Instagram.
that, but I was
Yeah.
good.
No, she's back at it.
It's sad, yeah.
She took a little hiatus, but here she is. She's back. Check this one out. Doesn't leave much leave much to the imagination. And I kind of already suspected her vagina was either in the shape of a heart or a flower or like a cute hot tub anyway.
Right.
Yeah, that's what she's covering it up.
Now she posted about 25 of these photos with just her naked in front of the camera.
I'm not, and none of us are really experts at Instagram.
This is going to get clicks. I in my opinion, not an expert.
Is this
clicks,
how
so.
is this how it goes?
Yeah.
Is this what you're supposed to do?
I think you get clicks. Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. This is what.
Pat, she's also back to posting these weird videos like this one where she
spins?
she just kind of like.
Well, she always does that.
No, she steps side to side and she does like this weird head cock.
She models clothes all the time.
I
think she's doing ads basically.
Dude, but she's like swaying back and forth like a crackhead.
Right. But this is Wes. If you have not been on Brittany's IG, this is her cycle. She has a few things up her sleeves. It's trying out dresses. It's workouts and dance routines in front of the mirror, and then it's totally nude shots.
Dude,
and that's the three. That's her. That's what she fires off, and I'm not complaining. I think that's a great follow.
She's been crazy forever, though.
I'd say that's a
quality
content.
Really disturbing about that last thing you just put up there, Wes, is I normally I'd look at that and I'd say, oh, she sped up the motion, but her dog is also in the shot moving at normal speed.
Yeah, dude. No, that's what weirds me out. Nuts. It's freaky.
But watch the dog here when the dog comes up and it's just like a normal dog.
No, that's what I'm saying, Pat. These things weird me out.
Have you ever seen her spin 150 times in a row?
His head just like pokes in.
Wait till he walks. That's
no. It's normal. She's the one that's moving like a weirdo.
I'm watching this thing like it's See the dog. Just kind of normal.
Yeah, it's normal. She's a freak.
Well, the dog's trying to get away from her.
She's modeling the dress. But look, I've been following Brittany for a while. None of this is new to me. So
yeah, but she's moving like Samara from The Ring.
I'm a continued fan of the content.
She certainly doesn't need what's it
not
called?
Creeped out by it.
A guardian or whatever, the person that doesn't let you do anything.
That's what everybody's saying, Mark. Now there's the headlines up.
She doesn't need that.
To go back to
she doesn't need that.
Posted nudes?
But she's going to need luck to get to 50.
Right. When you see the ring light, then you die.
Yeah.
She's doing good. This is normal, Brittany.
And like Will said, everyone's asking now, is Brittany okay? And to that I say, shut up. Just shut up. Encourage her. Yeah. This is what we've wanted all along, and now you're concerned. So just shut up.
Right.
She's free.
Literally, think about this. The cooter shot got her into the conservatorship basically, and you're going to get those again now that she's out of it. It's not you shouldn't be shocked about it.
You know what
she's her own woman.
I think it's a fuck you to her dad or whoever got her in the conservatorship to begin with. She's still showing the cooter. She's like, guess what? Still showing the cooter.
I mean, that will ruin nothing will ruin her dad's breakfast faster than opening up the gram.
Photos?
And her dad opens it up, reaches for the phone, realizes he doesn't have the conservatorship anymore.
Yeah.
Right. That's looks at it and says, damn, she's still got it.
Oh, God. Did you see these pictures?
Now everyone knows she's still got it.
She still got it, all right. She actually did address why she's doing it now. She says, quote, I bet you're wondering why I expose my body now. Well, it's because I was born into this world naked, and I honestly feel like the weight of the world has been on my shoulders, and it's made me view myself that way. I wanted to see myself in a lighter way, naked, like the way I was born.
Great.
Yeah, I mean,
that's too, Brittany. Yes,
she's given this same exact excuse several times. I mean,
she doesn't really need
explanation.
She doesn't really need to say anything.
Yeah, it's not. It's the same thing every time. Last time nudes, it was like, well, because I needed to re-experience the nakedity of birth.
I don't care if she can read or write.
You know what this really says is if you're doing some sort of multi-level marketing, you need to find Britney Spears because she's going to be your best customer. If you're selling Advocare or
she'll sell it. She'll move units.
Yeah.
If you're selling dresses,
anything multi-level, anything party-based, you can sign her up right now.
She does bikinis too. A lot of that. So,
do you guys care what the psychologists say about this behavior?
Oh, what are this? Yes, I do.
No.
Okay. Carly, clinical psychologist, says, quote, when our rights are violated and our freedom of choice is taken away, it's very different from when we make a conscious personal choice to divulge information or offer a selfie, whether it's nude or not. So if indeed Brittany feels this is her time to make this choice, it can be extraordinarily empowering since she is actively choosing to offer those visuals. Okay.
Look, the psychiatrists need to just chill. Yesterday, the psychiatrists were rationalizing GSA. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care.
And neither do I.
That was a rough subject.
I'm thinking about this now from an artist management perspective, and her dad. Like, I'm kind of getting the conservatorship now because
man.
If you're trying to sell a
Your
show
own
in
lady.
Vegas, it's tough to insure this. It's tough to insure Brittney when this
This
happens.
sells though.
Yeah, she's moving tickets.
If I go to a Vegas show and she pulls out her
Pat.
cougar, I'm leaving a good review.
Pat, she just sold the most tickets by far today. Whatever she's selling, she just sold the most.
I'm telling everyone they got to go to Vegas and see Brittney if she gets shaken on stage.
She's moving tickets right now.
Yeah.
Just saying, check the insurance premiums on that show through the roof.
Do you think she's gonna pee on someone? Like,
Yeah, that's what they're worried about.
Guys, normally I'd move on here from Brittney, but as our intern extraordinaire Al pointed out to us at the end of our meeting earlier, a new contender has entered the chat of hottest naked celeb posting to social media this week, and the winner is actually Hillary Duff, who was featured in Women's Health magazine, and here she is on the cover. There she is. It's the May-June body issue, and
tattoos.
Yeah, and she's got some great pictures in there as well.
She's never looked so good.
She's never looked so good. Pat's
She's
right.
keeping it tight. Yeah.
And I've been a fan since we were both teenagers.
Yeah.
Are those augmented?
Those are fake titties. Yeah.
did you prefer
that's
when
what
she
it
was
looks
Disney
like.
age, Pat?
When I was Disney age, we were Disney age together.
Duff told USA Today she appeared nude, quote, because of my career path, I can't help but be like, I'm on a camera and actresses are skinny, adding that she struggled with an eating disorder. And when she was 17, she said it was horrifying. But the 34-year-old actress said she was inspired to pose nude because of her self-empowerment she now feels with her body, even if she gets some help along the way. I'm proud of my body. I'm proud that it's produced 3 children for me. Duff said, I've gotten to a place being peaceful with the changes my body has gone through. I also want people to know that makeup artist was there putting glow over my body, blah, 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 blah. And also her publicist finally said that she was allowed to post nude. Beautiful location. Not fair to Brittney. She, Hillary had a professional photographer, and Brittney's got some schlub who knocked her up taking iPhone pics. But
Hillary's look better.
Yeah, way better. Okay.
She's still with that hockey player? Or?
Hillary?
I don't know.
Yeah, she's married to some hockey player.
I don't know.
Was it a Ranger?
Might have to Google that. I think he was I'll look it up.
She doesn't do social media though, right? Hillary Duff, like so that
she's on Insta.
Those were published.
They were on Insta, but they were in the magazine. But she also posted them to her Insta.
There's a fan account, right?
Mike Cormie.
It's got 80. I don't know. It's got 80,000 followers.
Penguin.
Canadian. Yeah, he was a Flyer, an Oiler.
It's a big fan account. She is
a senator.
I don't know. Moving on, guys. Speaking of schlubs, Gisele Bundchen's husband Tom was trending because he's going to be a Fox broadcaster for NFL games after this year, his last year playing football. Maybe Fox did not close the terms of Brady's deal, but the New York Post said that the 7-time Super Bowl winning quarterback has agreed to a 10-year, $375 million contract, the most lucrative in sports broadcasting history. You guys excited to hear this kid-kissing weirdo call games?
Oh, yeah.
What does that compare to his playing salary? Is it more?
Same.
Higher.
Same.
Higher.
Same.
Higher.
It's about the same. 35, 37 a year. I think currently he's like last year. I think
it's like he's going out and keeping the same as his last season, but it's over compared to his career earnings per year, much higher. Because when he was at the Patriots, it was like 12 a year.
Correct.
But
now
he had a very low salary.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to great white sharks, guys. Our favorite South African, Elon Musk, was making liberals' heads explode yesterday when he said he would, in fact, reinstate former President Donald Trump to Twitter when he gains power of it. This was the first time he publicly addressed the topic of Trump on Twitter while he was at the Financial Times Future of the Car Summit, and this is what he had to say.
It was not correct to ban Donald Trump. I think that was a mistake. Because it alienated a large part of the country and did not ultimately result in Donald Trump not having a voice. I guess the answer is that I would reverse the perma ban. Obviously, I don't own Twitter yet, so this is not like a thing that will definitely happen, because what if I don't own Twitter? If there are tweets that are wrong, they should, and bad, those should be either deleted or made invisible. And a suspension, a temporary suspension is appropriate, but not a permanent ban. It was I think it was a morally bad decision, to be clear.
The CNN clip
foolish in the extreme.
Crap.
He has publicly stated that he will not be coming back to Twitter, and that he will only be on Truth Social. And this is the point that I'm trying to make, which is perhaps not getting across, is that banning Trump from Twitter didn't end Trump's voice. It will amplify it among the right. And this is why it is morally wrong and flat out stupid. He has publicly stated that
he talks like a computer would talk.
It was also like
it's
it's very
point,
out of
though,
order.
Elon.
I know, but he always talks like that. He talks like a computer. He's like, I processed it and then I computed it and then said something. It's back.
I mean, Jack also agrees. So it was just that was a weird clip down because it was very much out of order. That's not how the order he stated everything.
No, I know, but I'm not saying what he
matter,
said
the
was
points
wrong.
remain.
I'm saying this is how he talks. He talks like a computer.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the order?
Coming at Wes's clips.
I'm just saying, like
Yeah,
it was
I didn't have anything
weirder.
wrong
It
with
was
the order.
weirder because it wasn't played like it was just a
No.
normal like, conference. The guy. Was
I'm not
talking.
knocking on anyone besides Elon when I say that he talks like a computer.
Right.
Wes, how do you feel about the order?
I mean, it changes nothing no matter what. He still said what he said.
Yeah, I mean, this was inevitable. Who the fuck thought he wasn't going to let Trump back on? You're an idiot if he did. Also, the most interesting part about the Tom Brady thing was that Jim Rome makes $30 million a year, so that's why Tom had to make so much to beat out Jim fucking Rome.
He
making
still does,
$30
huh?
million a year.
But
Look at that.
What is he
Everyone
on?
hates Jim
What platform
Rome,
is he
right?
on? What platform is Jim Rome on?
NBC or something? NBC Sports
Well,
pays him?
Trump's going to be back on Twitter if Elon
Rome
allows him
show.
back on Twitter. There's no way he's not.
Well, he's going to allow him, like you said, and
Who
also
didn't think this was happening?
he's not going to stay on Truth. He wanted to be asked back. He's going to be asked back, and he's going to come back because the platform on Twitter is a million times greater than any other platform.
He can't stay away from that.
Yeah.
Elon said
he would be stupid to if he did.
Elon
He's
said,
not gonna stay away. He's
has
coming
said repeatedly, and he said in that clip on a different part that he only wants to ban accounts that are bots or scammers, and that's it.
Yeah.
And so everybody else, it's a max of a suspension. That's his
I
belief.
feel like, what if we did it like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style, where it's a bank? Like if you get 3 strikes, then you have to go back to 0 followers.
Okay.
Right.
Like no whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
But like at the 4th time you've
They're
gone
not
back to
gonna
0
do
followers,
that.
people are like, I'm really going to follow this guy.
But Pat, he still needs to make money off of the site. So
Yeah.
like, I mean, he's got to make money off of ads and
what
stuff.
that
So it's like,
weirdo computer alien freak should have said is, "You're welcome, Hard Factor," because now we can bring back like
That's
a
right.
Trump tweet segment because it's
right.
gonna be
Yeah.
killer content for us.
yeah, we can't. We're not going to get banned, which is nice. Also, what he's doing is Joe Biden's response to this is hilarious. He's calling the Republicans ultra MAGA now, which like on the same day that Trump's getting Twitter back, which obviously they're going to take. The Republicans are obviously going to take that nickname, ultra MAGA.
Yeah, of course.
So Biden just gave them like Twitter. Trump's going to be back on Twitter, and he just gave them the ultra MAGA campaign slogan. So it's just, yeah.
What a day!
What a day.
Okay.
I got one more for you guys. This might come as a shock to you, but Atlanta rapper Young Thug has been arrested on gang-related charges. Shocking. Young Thug was one of 28 arrested on Monday in Georgia on conspiracy to violate the state's RICO Act and street gang charges. Anyone want to take a guess at what Young Thug's real name is? His first name, you'll never get it.
Eugene.
Thomas.
No. Good guesses. Though.
Steven.
No,
With
it's
a PH.
Jeffrey.
Oh.
Jeffrey.
That's
Geo?
close. We were pretty
No,
close.
Jay.
Okay.
Jay.
Jay.
John.
Jeffrey Lamar Williams. Also indicted. Here he is. Here's Young Thug. Also indicted was Atlanta rapper
Yes.
Gunna.
Sick outfit.
Yeah, on gun charges, I think. Real name
YSL
Sergio
crew.
Kitchens. Also, rappers Mug You and Rob a Waffle House were also arrested, and you can imagine what they did. I mean, these guys are really getting into their characters, aren't they?
Yeah.
Was the baby finally arrested with him too?
I think that whole
Is
crew
he still
was
roaming
taken
the
out.
streets?
56 people arrested or something.
Man,
like
so
that.
I know a lot
No,
of people
it's
that know
28.
these people, and from all
That whole
accounts,
crew.
they're decent humans. I'm curious. RICO is a big deal, and like, so RICO is the
Financial
statute
fraud,
that they-
right? Basically.
It's racketeering, so it's organized
racketeering.
crime. So
Yeah.
it's what they brought in to rake up the mafia. Effectively, it was like
Yes.
if you have organized. No, I think RICO was like 68, 71 or something.
Right.
But it's effectively like, we know you're an associate of the mafia, so we can RICO charge all you guys. We can
It's
RICO
to bust
charge
up, like,
40 people at a time.
Tax evasion,
interstate fraud
running
organizations.
numbers.
Yeah.
All
It's
that
an
stuff, yeah.
organized criminal
Yes.
enterprise. Yeah.
Yes.
Fun fact, in 2021, Young Thug and Gunna posted bail for 30 low-level inmates who aren't able to afford the cost themselves. The label he signed to refers to its artist as part of the Slime family. I can't make this stuff up, folks. Except for the Muggy and Robert
our boy
Waffle
Wayne
House stuff.
Jetski was talking to them. Like they're an Atlanta crew. I mean, yeah. We'll get a little inside baseball on this one.
Yeah, get a little inside baseball on Young Thug.
Well, it sounds like
What the hell do they do?
He denies all charges.
It sounds like they have been set up for a long time. I mean, if they're all brought in at the same time on RICO charges, they've been tapped. That sounds like The Wire, like, that sounds like they're probably in pretty deep. Like they're going to have to, at least some people are going to have to catch up charges and flip on other people, whatnot. Yeah.
It's just like any of those gangster shows, like Sopranos. My guess is they got to a stripper, like in any of those shows, right? The feds like wired up a stripper. That's usually a good person.
These guys aren't as dumb as
great
Tekashi.
first move. Yeah,
they're not. They're not as dumb as Tekashi.
I mean, they go to strip clubs though. Like any
the Slime family
gangster.
credit.
Who doesn't? Wes, you're being
who doesn't go to strip clubs?
You're being a little bit hard on these people.
No, I'm not. I'm being facetious a little bit, but okay. Guys, Cup of Coffee in the Big Time was brought to you today by New Mood. We talk a lot about mental wellness here on the show, and it is very important to all of us, and it should be important to you too, because if you're not your best, you can't be your best for other people in your life, and that's where New Mood comes in. You can learn to manage that daily stress and anxious thoughts. That's something we all want. Many of us don't know where to even begin, and New Mood is a simple app, and it's a great place to begin your journey to mental health. As a guide to mental wellness that will give you all the tools you need to tackle that stress, help you feel empowered to take on whatever life throws at you. You'll take the journey to mental wellness one step at a time. Their guided approach teaches you the power of shifting your mindset in just a few minutes a day. So, you don't have a lot of time, you're busy. Don't let that be an excuse to not taking care of your mental health. New Mood, you can do it in just a few minutes a day. It doesn't take up a lot of time, and it'll really help you.
And it encourages you to do it in just a few minutes a day,
right.
every day, which is good for your mental health too. It's just it's a positive cycle.
That's right. I use it to help me sleep better. I have problems sleeping, and they've got a lot of tools on there that have helped me get a better night's sleep, and also, manage my stress, which is something that everyone struggles with pretty much every day, no matter who you are. Backed by science, lessons based on psychological principles that teach you about your relationship with stress and anxiety. I've said it before. It's great to learn about how this stuff affects you. If you can learn it, you can tackle it. Like I said, 10 minutes a day, you can do it wherever you want. So you are stronger than your stress. One size does not fit all. And New Mood has helped millions of people through their weight loss program. So they can help tackle stress too. Very successful. So worry less and feel happier. Sign up for your trial at noommood.com/factor. That's NOOM.com/factor. Noom.com/factor.
You missed a few YSL guys, Wes.
I did.
Yeah, 2 cuffs, no bonds.
They're gonna bond out, Mike. They're gonna bond out.
Yeah. Hot wire.
These guys are gonna beat the charges.
Yeah.
Deep guys, pockets is also one of them, right?
That's young.
They will bond out.
Yeah.
That's Mr. Thug. So, guys, let me ask you this: what commands respect in a neighborhood?
The lawn, the lawn, Pat.
100%.
The lawn.
Trophy wife too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was on a walk the other day, like I do pretty often with my lady and my son, and you might do this in your neighborhood. You might walk around and say, well, let's look at the houses. It's a fun thing to do. First thing I notice, the lawn. Kate and I were talking about the other day, they have Airbnb for pools now. Well, what if they had Airbnb for lawns? Because every time my son sees a sick lawn, all I want to do is knock on the door and be like, hey, can he roll around on your lawn? And also, I respect you. That's what I want to say to them.
Time out. Yep. That's $1 billion idea. We're going to have to edit that out because you could totally have like a barbecue in someone's awesome lawn.
Yeah, I'm literally redoing my entire yard just for the child.
Well, there you go. And I bet you're using Sunday.
You're damn right I am.
Yep, going over to getsunday.com because spring and summer are upon us. And if you want the sickest lawn on the block, then you need to get Sunday. If you're worried about chemicals, right, that a lot of people are using to make their lawns look sexy, you don't need to worry about that because although traditional lawn care lays down 90 million pounds of pesticides each year, Sunday's different. They're on a mission to change how people care for their yards. Most of us might not think about our lawns in the winter. That's okay. It's time now to think about your lawn, and you're not going to stop thinking about it once you see what Sunday's going to do to it. Sunday, GetSunday.com, has a proprietary situation where you put your address in, and it's going to let you know which Get Sunday formula you're going to want to have for your area. It's pretty simple to grow a beautiful lawn without the guesswork and the nasty chemicals. Those custom plans I was talking about include fertilizer, everything you need to easily care for your lawn, and with ingredients like seaweed, iron, and molasses. Watch out for sharks, but you can also feel good with pets and kids being around. So all you got to do is go to GetSunday.com, pop in your address, bam, they'll take care of the rest. And Get Sunday's offering 20% off to our listeners. So that's pretty sick. And full season plans start at just $129 plus the 20% off at checkout. You do the math.
Affordable. Yeah.
GetSunday.com/factor. That's GetSunday.com/factor. 20% off your custom plan. GetSunday.com/factor. We'll edit that out. But
Look at the lawn on Hillary Duff.
oh, if you want to look at the lawn, well, anyway, okay. Guys, I want you to meet a Kentucky man. This is 22-year-old Jacob.
Is that a zero escape? Is that
Yeah, it's a zero scale.
Not in the happening
Yeah.
league, but it could be now.
Whoa.
Guys, that's 22-year-old Jacob R. Small. See him?
yeah, he's got like a real bad goatee. And
Some might say.
you think that's a good one? I mean, that's so light. How young is he? How old is he?
He's 22 years young.
Okay. Well, for 20, it's still a little. He's working on it, but it's gonna be some time. He's gonna have an embarrassing goatee till he's about 27.
He's got to quickly get out of the chair that he goes to once every 6 months to get his hair cut to get back to gaming.
Oh,
No, he doesn't go in. That's a home cut.
Yeah, he doesn't leave the house. He doesn't leave the
That's
basement.
home
Yeah,
cut.
you're right, Wes.
Yeah.
All bangs. And
Mom,
nothing else.
stop.
Just
Yeah,
shave
outside-
the back of my head only.
this is
Come
one of
out,
my
come out front.
This is one of my
Come
favorite
out
parts
front.
about Hard Factor. We've been doing this long enough that we become like psychologists, calling shots at 100 yards. And Mark just called 2 of them. Guys, on Sunday, Jacob celebrated Mother's Day, as we all did. If you have a mom, or if you have a wife with a kid, or if you're a mom yourself, Jacob celebrated by giving his mom a gift, specifically an Xbox controller. That's nice. But that's not all Jacob got his mom. He also gave her a bullet from a .22 rifle.
What?
I did not know it was the Xbox kid.
That's okay.
That makes it looks like him. That makes
That's why I
sense.
said the longer we do this, the better we get at this.
Yeah.
Guys,
That's a face made by Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
100%.
exactly.
See, what had happened was at about 8:30 p.m. on Mother's Day, Jacob and his mother got into some sort of argument about the Xbox controller that Jacob had given his mom for Mother's Day. Not sure what the argument was about exactly or specifically, but it was related to the controller. But whatever it was, it got Jacob mad. And that's when his mother and another unidentified woman decided they better get out of the house, let Jacob cool down a bit.
Jacob's mad.
But of all people, guys, his mother should have known Jacob doesn't like to leave an argument unsettled. And leaving, especially with the Xbox controller, was only going to make things worse. And worse they got. As his mother was driving away from their house, Jacob equipped the Deep Impact perk and loaded his FMJ attachment. And he fired a .22 rifle right through the car, hitting his mother as she pulled away. Now, I guess Jacob knew he'd fudged up pretty good.
Yeah, he probably wishes he took that one back.
Because not only did the Wayne County Sheriff's Department receive a call from Mom as she was en route to the hospital for the bullet wound her 22-year-old son had given her for Mother's Day, but they also received a call from Jacob or a member of Jacob's clan that lived nearby, alerting them that Jacob was at their house and he was waiting for law enforcement. So Jacob then led Sheriff Deputy
To bring him an Xbox?
He felt
controller?
bad. He felt bad about
Yeah, I
it.
felt
Yeah, he
right
felt bad.
after.
It was Mother's Day.
So
Didn't mean to shoot her on Mother's Day.
well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Of all the days.
of all the days, there's a lot more to this
I
story,
didn't
guys.
mean to.
There's a lot more to this story, but before I go any further, I'm curious, What do you think happened? Who do you think the controller was really for? Is really my first question.
Oh, it was a gift for himself.
It was a
Jacob
gift for himself,
was
was it not?
self-gifting his mother a Xbox controller.
Right.
It's because this is what I would have wanted you to get me.
Mm-hmm. What if it wasn't for himself? What if it was for her? What kind of argument could they get in? I'm just
whose turn is it? Whose turn is it?
Yeah.
Better controller.
100%.
Who gets to use the better controller?
Right. Yep. That's true. The newer one.
The
The
newer
other
one.
one's all covered in chitin grease.
The ale doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
You know I can't win with that busted butt.
Great call out with L. There is no L in Xbox, but that's incredible. That's incredible.
No, that controller makes you veer to the left.
Yeah.
We've all been there. Guys, Jacob led Sheriff's Deputy Jerry Matthews to the location of the incident, identified the rifle. They recovered it. And the mother was treated at Wayne County Hospital and then transferred to University of Kentucky Hospital for further treatment. Apparently, the bullet is lodged. She's in a lot of pain. She's alive, but they're having trouble getting it out. I know that from Facebook comments, which we're about to get to. Guys, Jacob
There
was
is an
arrested.
L, but I have to apologize to Wes. There is an LS, I guess.
Yeah, L trigger, right? It's
Yeah,
L trigger.
They all got
You
one.
can call it L. I think the cool kids might call it an L. Wes was
What
right.
you used to slide.
Yeah.
Also, an X now, I think, is standard on all of them. They can be
I
all
thought they were like A, B, C, D. I haven't played Xbox in so long.
That's when your girl's
Yeah.
on speed burst.
one.
But yeah, guys, Small was arrested, booked into Wayne County Detention Center for murder,
Yeah.
attempted murder.
Oh yeah, no, I mean that's a serious. He shot his fucking mom like with a long rifle. Why did he like? Where did he hit her?
Didn't say.
Okay.
Well,
Now, a 22
probably an
will
idiot.
is a small varmint rifle,
Well,
right?
it depends. Yeah, if it's like a long range 22, then yes, it's like the kind that's just gonna get lodged
Squirrel.
in her
Yeah.
skin, or,
Right.
like just below the skin. But if it was like a 223, from this description, it could have been like a modified smaller.
well, I
smaller
said that
one.
he put in the deep impact perk. He equipped his deep impact perk.
Oh,
And
right.
he had the full metal jacket
So, yeah,
attachment.
yeah, Wes.
If
it
you're
was
a Call of Duty guy, you know what I'm talking about.
Of course.
You can
No,
shoot
Wes,
through walls.
It was probably the kind that's pretty low caliber.
Yeah.
Guys, let's take it to the internet to get a little bit more for this story. So, guys, Billy Thompson. There's quite a conversation that takes place here.
Okay.
Billy Thompson comes through saying,
Patriot.
"That's crazy.
Look at his background.
Give him life just because he shot mom on Mother's Day. We don't need people like that loose." Well, he said lose in society. That's right.
Okay,
He's a
life.
lose. And guys, Marisol Perez clapped
Ultra
back and
MAGA
said,
guy there.
"Billy Thompson, you don't know the full story as to what happened, just what the post states."
Okay.
And Billy Thompson claps back saying, "Marisol Perez, I know you ain't supposed to shoot your mama."
Okay, now he's got a point there, Billy.
Strong.
Mm-hmm. Now, Marisol comes on back and she says, "Billy Thompson, it was not intentional, and there's a lot, all caps, more to this story than what they're telling you on this
she knows.
post."
Well, look at the guy she's in the car with. It looks like
not
maybe a
intentional.
friend of his.
Yeah, the guy
They're
with
the same game
the
recruiter.
Joker
They're about
face
the
tattoo.
same age. She looks like an Xbox player.
Okay.
Yeah, they definitely roll together.
Yeah.
And to the chat, guys, Lita Renee Small, who says, "Billy Thompson, he shot at the van, not at his mom. Get the facts right. He was my husband, and what they are saying on here is not true." So
Wait,
that's
whoa.
Whoa. She's
He
married
was
to
my
that kid?
husband?
she's one of them in the back there. Yeah. So we don't know if they were married, currently are married, but this is Jacob Small was arrested. This is Lita Renee Small.
Wow.
We had a pact. If he got attempted murder, we get divorced. We was married.
Mm-hmm. Now Billy's clarifying. Lita's clarifying for Billy. He shot at the van, not at his mom. Get the facts right.
So she's against the family.
He was my husband. What they're saying here is not true.
Attempted vandalism on a van is what he should get. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Love
guys,
never dies.
Christine Honeycutt, who went to high school with all them, pops in and says, "Marisol Perez, I was told that Jacob and his mom's boyfriend was arguing. I heard the mother was completely innocent and they shot his mom by complete accident. But then again, it's all rumors. In the long run, I hope she's okay." And then that's
This guy's
when
got some support.
Tyler Hicks pops in and says, "Marisol Perez, really? You defending this fool?" And Marisol comes in, and Marisol, she lays this bomb. She says, "Tyler Hicks, I just happen to know the full story of what happened, and I'm saying what he did wasn't wrong. No, I know as a human being, you don't shoot at vehicles or near people with a gun. But to know the exact reason why things went this far, I do have to agree with Jacob. Media will always only ever tell you bits and pieces of the story just to get the attention of everyone. It's all about press for them. And Taylor Hicks pops back and
understand.
Yeah, Taylor Hicks pops back and says, Marisol Press, this isn't about press at all. It's a sheriff's office page sharing their arrest details. Stop defending the idiot that shoot at people.
Fake news. Marisol can smell a fake news article from a mile
No, Marisol knows the story of why the controller was even taken. And
it gets deeper, guys.
Furious, dude.
It gets deeper.
She can't believe it.
Tiffany Young pops in and says, intentionally or not, you don't shoot or point a gun at anyone unless you're ready for the consequences. Sound like an overgrown baby. People argue, things get said. If you can't handle that without pulling out a gun, then obviously you need some sort of mental help. Sorry, that's just the truth. And I'm sure she loved the Xbox controller. Any mom would. Lol. And Marisol comes back and said, she says, Tiffany Young, she did not love the gift, and he was not having an altercation with his mother. He was in a physical altercation with another person in the household where his mother was then caught in the middle. And then Lita Renee comes back in and says, Tiffany Young, shut TF up.
Marisol, no.
And it's pretty crazy, guys.
Marisol
and here's
knows the whole story.
He was
the cops should go interview Marisol.
He was fighting with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
He still shot the van.
Here's how it ended, guys.
He still shot a gun in his mom on Mother's Day.
Lita Renee put up a Cash App post earlier. It's a cash sign. Jason and Lita, and they're trying to raise money for a lawyer. So if you're so inclined,
the boyfriend was hitting the son, and then the mom was siding with him, type thing, and then he ran out and shot. Was the boyfriend in the van too, where the mom got shot, or no?
God, I wish it was Billy
Probably.
Thompson.
Yeah.
No, it was an unidentified female.
Oh no.
So Marisol doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
That's awesome. No, it was.
No, he
it
was
was
fighting
an
with another
aggressive
female.
girlfriend. Yeah, it was an aggressive girlfriend, and he
Yeah.
got punished. He got bitched by the aggressive
So he
girlfriend.
shot
Made him look
the
like a
van.
little punk with his shitty controller, and then he came out with the rifle and shot.
So Marisol says, I was told Jacob and his mom's boyfriend was arguing. I heard the mother was completely innocent, and he shot his mom by complete accident.
Right.
But
Some
then
people
again, it's
confuse
all
it with the
trying to shoot
boyfriend.
someone else.
Marisol doesn't know what she's talking about.
No.
And Marisol also.
Guys, it's fake news.
We might be giving Marisol too much credit.
Marisol,
It's fake news, guys.
you talking about Marisol?
Yeah, we might be giving
Marisol figured she diagnosed it. She got to the bottom of it.
Maybe we're giving Marisol too much credit.
Also told Tiffany Young that the mother did not enjoy the gift. She was not happy about it at all.
Well, she knows.
Marisol's like, if you knew the full story, some people were waiting on him to join their team in Xbox.
No, I am with her on this. I am with her on this. I do think that the other person, unnamed female, could have been an agitator in this situation.
Oh, you think?
And then he got worked up.
But
and
to be fair,
mom
there's
paid the
probably
price.
50 ways to agitate Jacob.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, he pays the price in the end because he's going to jail for like ever, right? I mean,
Attempted murder? Yeah.
you shoot your mom on Mother's Day, you're getting like 5 to 10.
If she doesn't press charges and the prosecution makes
Depends
a
on
deal
the
with them,
state.
probably 5 to 10.
Yeah.
In certain states, like shooting someone, assault's one thing. Shooting someone, I don't know if you can not press charges.
Year max. This kid's getting a year max.
If he hires Marisol as a
if they don't
lawyer,
press
he's getting
charges
off.
and all that stuff.
What was he? I mean, there was talk of a GoFundMe page, but then some people came and told Alita that they take taxes, so Alita then put up the Cash App. No one's contributed yet.
Who's funding these fucks? Yeah.
Well, Marisol is definitely
Nobody.
in all the comments.
How is Marisol put your money where your mouth is?
Well, Marisol said Marisol said
Her
make
words
this shareable.
worth thousands of dollars. Will
But she
Marisol
hasn't
needs to
contributed.
shut up.
Look at Marisol's boyfriend in the
No
back.
idea what
I
she's
know what
talking
I'm saying.
about.
Look at this.
He's a juggalo. Yeah, he's a
He's
juggalo.
got a juggalo tattoo.
on his face there. Yeah,
They're juggalos.
He's probably gonna have a word with her for being too chummy with Jacob.
it's because I'm funny. They call me Joker.
It's a love triangle. All right. Well, that was all very interesting. But pack your motherfucking bags and get on the motherfucking plane. Right.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Let's head to Thailand. Thailand is beautiful, so I hear. I almost went there for my honeymoon, even went so far as to buy like a travel guide for dummies to Thailand. What a waste of money that turned out to be. Maybe I can put it to use in the future. But yeah, not only do they have, Bangkok as made famous in the, hit movie The Hangover 2. Everyone's seen how beautiful and crazy the nightlife can be in Bangkok. That's a fun city.
Lady boys.
Affordable. Oh yeah, they got all sorts of
Ping
things.
pong shows or whatever.
Yeah, and
They
can
got
stay-
regular women there too, Wes.
Yes, exactly. They have both.
Yeah, but you can't tell the difference.
Eventually you can, depending on how far you go. But it's very affordable. And then also, more importantly, they have incredible beaches featured in such movies as The Beach, starring a young Leonardo DiCaprio, right? This is the setting for
I
that.
heard they reopened the beach again potentially.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
It was
That's
like too
awesome.
polluted, but I think
Yeah,
it's
people
back.
fucked it up, and then
Yeah. Well,
That's a
what
pretty good
happens.
role to land if you're a country going for like to publicize your beaches. You land the role of the movie The Beach. You are
Pretty
the
good.
beach.
Can't
No,
really
they
beat
cast
that.
our country as the beach.
We're literally the beach. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't.
The King.
I'll watch
yeah.
that tonight now.
Would
God
you
damn.
look at that?
Great movie.
Would you look
Great
at that? Yeah. In fact, the movie The Beach was about a secret cult that lived an idealistic life off the grid in the most beautiful beach in the world, and it was supposed to be like heaven on earth, but it turned out to be hell on earth. Pretty much exactly like what forest-dwelling cult leader, 75-year-old Thawee Nanra promised his loving and trusting followers. In fact, Thawee, who started his most recent cult about 4 years ago, probably showed his followers the first half of The Beach and then said, okay, that's the entire movie. Let's go to the jungle now and live near a waterfall. And
It's
good news. Yeah.
Paradise.
Yeah. No, that's the end of the movie. You didn't
Honestly,
see the
not that
credits?
good a movie. Not that good a movie. Doesn't really go anywhere.
Let's stop here and go. Are you worked up enough? Yeah. And then he said, good news. Not only can we live that idealistic life, we don't need any doctors because my feces, urine, spit, and snot cures diseases. So you all can drink and eat all my bodily fluids and we'll be fine.
You left
like
one out there,
Rasputin.
Mark.
Yeah.
You left the
Jizz.
fluid out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Most
the
important one.
Yeah.
Literally,
That was
One of
Rasputin.
the most healing properties.
That one didn't cure anything. That was just for fun.
Oh yeah, it's the icing on top.
Yeah.
He Rasputin. He's literally
Yep.
selling himself as Rasputin. Rasputin would spit on people, and they said that cured their illness.
Yeah, no, he was a lot. He took a lot of the things Rasputin did. So
And he had like a magical penis allegedly. So
yeah, so did this guy apparently. So they listened to this guy and they went, but all was not well. In fact, at least 11 people died in 4 years. In the 4 years that they were in the jungle, because authorities found 11 corpses that were mostly intact, as well as just some random bones like skull bones and stuff, just laying around. Near the Colts camp when they finally busted and arrested Thawee, which was a scene, so to speak.
Whoa, look at that
Yeah.
guy.
He's 75-year-old. He looks kind of like Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, what are the odds
he
he's in
does.
tighty whities below there? I mean, like he looks like
was
he's
high.
got rousted from bed.
He's probably
yeah.
naked.
hi. He was in an orgy bed.
He's got an erection.
They're like these corpses all look like they were eating a ton of shit. Their stomachs are all full of shit. Johnson, get a load of this.
Yeah, for sure. It was a scene. Oh, when police drug him away, his followers tried to attack him, screaming to leave Thawee alone, as he is the father of all religions. They're like, hey, careful with him. He's got magical turds. Let him piss in my mouth one more time, please, as they were dragging him off. Thawee said he stored the dead bodies to wait for the spirits to return to heaven, and I guess that could have been up to indefinitely, since some of them were just like totally like bare skulls that had been around for a while, it looked
Drinking
like.
this on this island. I mean, the smell of death was thick.
Yeah, I think that maybe that's why he did the feces thing, because he had to set the tone.
How many
Leaving
were there to
11 bodies
start?
out?
That's a very good question, Pat. Also, he had a little over a dozen crazy followers alive when the police bust up the cult. And again, there were 11 dead, and this was over a 4-year period, so half of his followers died in a few years.
Well, that's a bad ratio there.
I
Got
guess
to crack a
the
few eggs to make an omelet. Yeah.
and they're still thinking the shit and piss is going to heal them, yet they're all dropping like flies.
Well, they also murdered. I guarantee you. They start
few
one
of them.
question and they get offed.
What's he eating?
Should
Right,
we be
but-
here?
Yeah,
Whatever he wants, Pat.
they didn't need enough shit, Wes.
Yeah, they didn't.
The fun would have gone on for Thawee if it wasn't for a no-good, nosy busybody sticking her nose where it definitely did belong and tattling on social media. 53-year-old Kun Janjira from the Kon Kaen province went to visit her 80-year-old mother who lived in Tawee's jungle house and had this to say. Quote, I went to visit my mother. I saw how women were forced to follow a dress code by wearing a knee-length sarong, and men had to wear formal trousers. Okay. But what was even more shocking was that I watched my mother rub the leader's phlegm all over her face and eat the man's scurf, which I looked up, and scurf is flaky, dandruffy, dead skin. Then she went on to say
was
that
for breakfast.
yeah, she's rubbing her phlegm on and eating his blistery skin. There were 11 dead bodies of the devotees in the premises. My mother had also instructed me to leave her body in the same place when she died.
Oh, she's like, I'm ready for this.
You haven't eaten until you've had scurf and turf.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Well, once
gross.
you're in a cult,
Scurf. It's so gross.
well, if you're
Scurfy
already
scat, yeah.
if you're already a full cult, you may as well just get ready to die.
Turf
Yeah.
was one of the followers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
turf. So that's what did him in, was allowing visitors to come watch the Scurf show. Big mistake. If they're not already like sold, you're not gonna win over
you don't
anyone.
let anyone see
You're
that.
not gonna win over anyone with that show.
Well, it's also a recruiting
No.
tool, though. So I mean,
Right,
it's,
but-
it's like a little bit of you're playing with fire.
Start low though. I mean, straight into Scurf and phlegm.
His
Right,
best
no one's-
material is also his most controversial.
It's true. He's being held without bond. He's done.
Who sees that and they're like, yeah, this
This guy's
is right up
it.
my alley.
Yeah.
Dude, how
Thank
do people do
God.
this throughout the
Yeah,
eons?
thank God I found this
They
place.
just break their phone.
Dude, men can start sex cults.
They take the
Crazy.
SIM card out and eat it. I'm yours.
Yeah, it happens.
No, I don't need any references. I'm in.
He just finds the right kind of women down on their luck later in life or whatever, and
Hungry
he
for
pra-
scurf.
Preys on him. Yeah, they eat his scurf, like worship him.
Classic cult leader.
Yeah. He took it pretty far. All right. Next stop and last stop. Have you guys ever wanted to sell your home and move with your wife to an international cruise ship to travel the world permanently for the rest of your life?
Yes.
No,
I would do that.
just because I couldn't be trapped in the ship. But I mean,
Oh,
I feel the vibe. But yeah,
It's,
As an
it's
elitist,
intense.
that would be really hard for me to do.
Which one's worse, living with the Scurf guy or on a ship for the rest of your life?
I'd rather be on the ship for sure.
Okay,
Scurf
wow.
guy's the worst.
How do I eat the scurf? What with a
Are you on the other side of the island of the
I don't know
scurf?
if
You
they
have to eat the
season it.
scurf.
It's beautiful location, but anyways,
You have to eat the scurf.
It's this
Otherwise
is
they kill
exactly
you.
what.
Those that kill you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you,
The other
you can't,
11
if you
bodies.
can't, you can't pass on the Scurf. What are you nuts?
Kidding me?
They passed on the scurf. He points at him. No.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think they did?
No thanks.
Yeah. Anyways, that's exactly what Seattle couple Angela and Richard Burke, who are only in their 50s, recently did. So, it's pretty early retirement. The quirky couple had already been going on what they said it was at least one, sometimes two trips around the world on cruise ships annually anyways, which is like, 100 days a year anyways. And then in 2021, probably after a year off of ships from COVID and really, really missing them, Angelin, who is an accountant, did some what I would call fuzzy math or math that makes it work for you, type thing, and said that her and Richard could live on an international ship permanently for as low as $43 a day, which she then said with her fuzzy math was slightly less than what they're spending a day. So it would be foolish to not go live on a ship forever, permanently. So that's what they did.
Did the old wishful decimal move, huh?
Yeah, like they forgot like 15
It was
things.
$430.
This is
They
one of
forgot
those-
tipping and like and
Yeah. No.
If he's given $4 billion, why don't he just give everyone $1 million?
It's
Right,
one of those.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she convinced herself and Richard, and Richard was already convinced. He was like, "Let's go. You're the accountant." So they're using their savings and money from the. They're not even. They haven't sold their house yet, but they're already gone. But they will, I guess, sell their Seattle house, which you can imagine in this day and age is probably worth a couple mil in Seattle. And now they literally do one long ass cruise ship ride internationally where the last day of their ship at sea lines up, they get off and they go onto a different ship in the same area to go as their starting day, and they just go ship to ship, and they said less than 5 days a year now on land. If the only time they spend on land is if they can't get the exact lineup for the next ship. And they'll spend 1 day on land and go on
One
another
night
ship.
in a hotel and then
Yep,
get back
and
in
then
the
right
ship.
back on a fucking ship. And that's their new life. Insane.
I've heard about this, but
Yeah.
it sounds horrible, man.
Why would you do it forever? I understand maybe
It's like-
even a year, but
It's like paying to be in the Navy where you don't have to do a job.
Right.
I think olds do it because
and get drunk.
They'll never be alone, right? It's like
Right. Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
a floating
but-
retirement
yeah,
community.
But
yeah.
try to make
Always
friends.
changes the people.
If you're
try to make a
both
meaningful
huge
relationship,
extroverts,
they're not going to be
maybe.
able to because they're going to be back on a boat and the other people are going back to reality, right?
Right,
Like,
but maybe they like that. Like maybe
They
they're
like-
swingers. They like
Mm.
a little variety. They cycle in some new talent every week.
yeah,
Okay.
if you're hot, I get it.
Yeah.
yeah, well,
They like
I-
telling people what to do on the ship. Oh, let me tell you what to do.
Oh,
They didn't
that-
have
that-
pictures.
I've been here all year.
They
I
didn't
know,
have
I
pictures
know
of
this
the
ship's
Burks,
layout
so
like the
probably
back of my
ugly.
hand, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Angelin said, we've been frugal our whole lives to save and invest in order to achieve our goal. We are not into materialistic things, but experiences. We don't plan to permanently live on land ever again in the future.
They're into the same 8 experiences, which are the same 8 ports of call that
Yep.
the cruise ships
We
go to.
really love the Montego Bay experience. That's
We
our
like-
favorite one.
To climb a waterfall. We like to go to market. We like, yeah. We like to ride on a moped.
Tell you where to stay away from in the islands. Oh, don't go down there. You'll get robbed.
We like to go almost too close to the real locals.
Their favorite.
Little danger.
You got 3 hours. Go experience the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what these assholes are doing too is they're like telling everyone what they're the experts. So they get to be like, this is the trip you should do when we land. Because
That's what I'm
we
saying, yeah.
literally live on a fucking ship.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're unbearable to be next
They're
to at the bar.
unbearable to be at the cruise ship with. Yes. So steer clear of the Burks. They're the worst. And guys,
Calling everyone by their name, the staff by their first names.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
they think they're VIPs. It's like going to a local restaurant and you're like, where's Sergio? You
Yeah,
know?
accidentally ending up at their bar on the ship that they've been on for multiple weeks has got to be a nightmare.
I've been to a all-inclusive resort in Mexico where this guy was literally there for like the 10th time, and he had his bar seat. He wasn't gonna leave it. He took up whole
Regular.
space. Just
But isn't like doing heroin like the first time it's great, then the second time you do it hoping it's like the first time, then the third time you
No,
hope
he
it's
loved it.
like the second time, and
It
then
No,
was
dude,
like-
the resort regular crowd fucking
Yeah.
loves it. Yeah.
It was like me the third night in the drunk tank. I was telling everyone how it was going to work, and they gave me a
Yeah,
full
yeah,
bench
yeah.
'cause I was
Right.
giving
Yeah,
everyone
exactly.
advice. I got a whole bench to myself. I told them. I told all the new kids how it was going to work.
don't fuck with O'Flaherty. He is
Yeah.
mean.
But I also went to Flores the other night. It's a local Tex-Mex restaurant, and some guy was doing that. It was like 3 families of like 4 each. It was like 12 families, and the one guy was like bringing the waiter over, and he's like, "Come here." He's like, "I'm a regular here. I don't know you. So and so working tonight?" And like you're just like, "I just want to let you know I'm a regular here." Like I was at the bar with my wife, and we heard him say that like maybe 4 times.
That's fun when
before
you're the
that. Yeah.
server that gets that
Yeah.
guy.
That's the Burks and the cruise ship.
Oh, are you a regular?
Yeah.
And how
Very
come
cool.
nobody fucking knows you?
Yeah, exactly. How come we put you in the back corner? That's what he was pissed
Oh,
about.
you want extra salsa? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Spring and summer, guys, are the seasons for finally getting outdoors for entertaining pool parties and barbecues. Wait, do I have the wrong ad read here? No, wait. Fast growing trees. This is the right ad read. We have so many outdoor sponsors this week, you guys. We got to get on it. If your yard
Because
looks,
tis the season, you know.
yeah, it's time.
Make that yard look nice.
It's time. I don't know if you noticed, but I got some sun this weekend. But if your yard looks like a plant cemetery, you're not going to enjoy it as much. That's not fun. Who wants to come over to that barbecue? Get your place looking like a resort, easy with fast-growing trees. Make it so the Burks would want to stay there. When it comes to caring for your plants, know-how matters. That's why fastgrowingtree.com experts curate thousands of plant varieties that will thrive in your specific climate, locations, and needs, which is really cool. Because like living in Texas, there are some plants and stuff that I should and shouldn't get. And I just type in my location, and it lets me know which ones will thrive in my location. It'll do that for you too. There's no waiting in lines and no messy cars from hauling plants and dirt all over town, all over, and getting it all in the back seat, and it's disgusting. You don't have to do that. They actually ship it to your door within 1 to 2 days. Plus, their growing and care advice is available 24/7, and it ships like totally alive to your house. It's beautiful. It's like
Yeah, it's crazy.
it's
really
insane how they
impressive.
do it. Yeah, the shipping's one of the more impressive things that they have going on there. Even if you've never had a green thumb, they'll make you feel like you do. 1 million home gardeners have already seen that fastgrowingtrees.com works and what it can do for them. So
Plus,
I
no
don't know.
dirt in your car. Ever go to a nursery? Have fun vacuuming that out for the next 3 weeks.
Ever gone anywhere? Just have it shipped to your house. Yeah, I mean, what are you doing? They have a 30-day Alive and Thrive guarantee. You can trust everything will be healthy for years to come. Go to fastgrowingtrees.com/factor right now, and you'll get 15% off your entire order. Get 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com/factor. That's fastgrowingtrees.com/factor.
Nice. Do it now. All right. Gonna get to Atlantis as promised. But first, a couple updates from the old triple dipple. Since I did the coffee 3 days in a row. You do the trending news, the time you record, a lot of shit changes afterwards. Number one. So I got three: one neutral, one good, one bad.
Okay.
First one, neutral. Vicky White died. So
Yep.
there you go. Number two, Putin did not call for an escalated war in Ukraine on Russian Victory Day on Monday, and China and France are calling for peace, ceasefires in Ukraine. That's a good thing.
That's good.
Good. Number two is good. Number three, very bad. Related to the inflation in the market sliding down, gas prices hit an all-time high of $4.37 after
From a month
we
ago.
reported that.
Yeah.
The
Noticed
new
that
all-time
today
high.
at the pump.
Another all-time high. And then also, this one's very important, actually, a PSA. Baby formula out everywhere. That's actually a really fucking big issue. So, a supply chain issue and a
That's not good.
Don't hoard baby formula. People are having to buy it for like 6x the price because assholes are hoarding it.
Gouging it. Yeah.
People
Also-
steal that shit.
yeah,
Also-
it's fucked up.
Well, have you noticed that if you go into a fucking CVS or a Walgreens, the one thing that's locked up is
Baby formula. Yeah,
Because
because
people
it's
steal the shit
expensive.
out of it.
And they should, dude. If you gotta fucking steal baby formula, steal the fucking baby formula.
No, but a lot of times, they do steal it for their babies, but a lot of times it's like a black, like
Sell it,
they
yeah.
black market it. They it's expensive. People need it, so it's a good profit.
People
What's in
need
baby-
it. There's
what's
a
in baby
supply
formula?
chain bottleneck on it right now.
Bones.
It's
No.
milk. It's milk like powder.
Dehydrated. Yeah.
Basically makes like breast milk. Makes a breast milk type substance when
You
you
got to
mix it with
unclog
water.
that supply chain issue.
Oh no, it's fucked up because that's making newborns drink cow's milk, which is not right for their stomachs. So it's a serious issue.
What if it
Seriously.
makes them
they,
like
they
really-
need to get that shit
Really
fixed.
big kids, though.
The gas that'd be awesome.
Huge kids.
Yeah, like 18 years from now, there's
Yeah.
some big
NFL's going to
amazing
fuck in 18
NFL
years.
players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby formula
But-
does come in it's cool. It's like a big like tit, like the container that
That's
it comes in. Yeah,
it's worth so many tits.
feels so cool.
Yeah, but gas and baby formula, that's whatever. Neutral, good and bad. So at least there was a good one in there. Okay, let's move on to Atlantis. As promised, I figured to take the always good advice of our friend Jazzy Jeff 42069 on the Discord and tell you guys about the piece of Atlantis that they found near Hawaii. Okay,
Whoa.
they
Looks like that, huh?
no, that's Atlantis.
No.
That's what Atlantis looks like. They found this piece near Hawaii. That's right, my friends. A genuine Atlantean cobble road. You see it there?
Whoa.
Oh.
Look at that.
Hold
Below
on.
the surface of the water.
That's odd.
The Atlantic chariots drawn by massive seahorses and whatever would just stroll along this thing as they headed to the city of Atlantis. The strange looking feature, which resembles a paved road in cobblestones, was located on, let's see if I can get this one right, Lili Ukalani Ridge
By
in
Hawaii.
right by Hawaii, in Papahanau Mokuakea Marine National Monument, or PMNM for short. Obviously, that's in the Pacific Ocean, as Mark said, right by Hawaii.
That makes sense. Whether it was actual Atlantis or, like a beautiful city that is under sea, being near so many volcanoes that creates new islands and probably also sometimes buries islands.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. A lot of activity.
That location makes sense for underground used to be a above ground city.
A lot of activity below the surface, Mark. And as you say, very mysterious. Fun fact, the PMNM is one of the largest marine conservation areas in the world. It's bigger than all of the U.S. national parks in the U.S. combined. And researchers have only explored 3% of the sea floor. And the crew of the exploration vessel Nautilus, here that is, it's a nonprofit research ship. It's like a ship that goes all over the world, all over the oceans, and it has these remote drone cameras that it sends down, and it documents what's on the seafloor all over the world.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow. Yeah, it's a cool project.
It's not
Nautilus
cool
project.
for explorers, Mark.
Why not?
Because scary.
One less job.
Oh, the Nautilus is taking jobs.
Just saying.
Yeah.
There used to be a man who would go down there and explore it.
Well, they're still on the
explore.
ship.
There's a lot to explore.
Now there's a drone.
They still have to be on the ship, though. A man can't
tell that to the custos.
A man can't go to these depths, Pat.
Right.
These are depths that
Their
machines
heads will explode.
only
Tony Hawk
machines-
couldn't do the 900. No one
Cave
could.
in.
Yeah, now
only
they're
machines.
doing 1080s.
And as we said, only 3% of the biggest park is even explored. So there's lots of future growth opportunities for people in this field.
What
again,
are they saying though? Are they saying it's like I don't know shit about Atlantis? I know it's an underwater city. Is it fake? Is it real? What are they saying?
Well, let's find out. This is the crew of the exploration vessel Nautilus. Like I said, the nonprofit research ship. They caught this and described it as the Yellow Brick Road or the Road to Atlantis. Here is the video.
Oh wow, yeah, that's not sediment. That's like baked crust.
Like you could peel it off. Look up to the left there. It's like bricks in a way.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give a description.
Oh yeah. Whoa. Let's go up and look at that. That is
Roger.
a really unique
That's
structure.
crazy. Bunch of crinoids on the
Look at that.
On the,
Yes.
That's a road, my friend.
I don't think a
That
Fishhooks
is
is
a
going to be
road.
successful, but I am
Whoa.
interested
Wow,
in this
look at
picture.
that.
Shut these people up and just talk.
I feel like I'm
That's
looking
like
at like
Yeah.
Road to Atlantis.
Yeah.
These people suck.
yeah.
The
It
yellow
also
brick
could have been
road.
a house
Yeah.
made of brick.
Wow.
Can we get some still cam shots of this, please?
Yeah.
What?
I think
There's
they have
lots of
more to
them.
say. How long
Or
they've
a
been
wall.
searching for this?
Like out Mount Vesuvius, like excavating.
Yeah.
This is bizarre.
Wow. Yeah.
This is
weird.
crazy.
It's so
Strange.
crazy. So crazy.
This is what we live for.
Those are scientists.
Look at all that water.
Yeah, we were talking about the other day. We need
That's the worst commentary of all time, dude.
we need a Spanish
it's
crew up
live.
there.
Duff.
Like we talked about the other day. We need like a Spanish crew. Like when they're like goal, they would have been so much more lit. A
would've been
Spanish
better.
crew discovering Atlantis would be so much better.
It would have been better, but I wanted you guys to hear how nerdy they were because I need to read you their follow-up statement.
Okay.
Please
The
tell me how
teams-
many yeahs and oohs it got in it.
Oh yeah, the team said in a statement explaining that it's actually just quote ancient active volcanic geology. At the summit of the Nootka Seamount, the team spotted a dried lake bed formation, now ID'd as a fractured flow of a hyalocite rock. Oh, wow, a volcanic rock formed in high energy eruptions, where many rock fragments settle to the seabed. The unique 90-degree fractures are likely related to the heating and cooling stress from multiple eruptions at this baked margin. Through the seamount chain, the team also sampled basalts coated with fermogonjigues, iron manganese crusts from across different depths and oxygen saturations, as well as an interesting looking pumice rock that almost resembled a sponge. And what that means, guys,
They
even
gave
though
him
it's
no credit. They gave him no credit.
completely
It's
unclear.
not a road.
Yeah, can you
Right.
translate that, William?
They said it was lava. They said it was
It means
lava.
it's not
A,
Atlantis.
a lake bed.
Yeah.
Like you ever seen like the lakes?
Created a
in-
weird looking lake bed.
Yeah, they get dry and then they get cracks. That's what
It
it
was
is.
from lava. They said.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's not Atlantis.
No.
No. Shouldn't have expected much more from the same folks that brought us giant sea spider sex just last month.
It's
Oh,
them.
that's the same guys.
Remember this video? Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
Nautilus. That was the Nautilus who
They
brought
gotta
us
shut
that one.
They gotta shut the Nautilus down. They're
They got
wasting
so much money over there.
They're wasting
funding.
everyone's fucking time.
Yeah, I
They
agree,
are.
Mark. So don't be fooled by these scientists doing their research for the good of mankind. The real Atlantis was made up by Plato in ancient Greece around 400 BC. Everybody knows that. They even make a comic book movie about it. Aquaman.
Should
Ever
be
heard
closer
about
to
it?
Greece then, right? Yeah, should be in the
Exactly.
Mediterranean.
Yeah, they should be looking near Greece.
Yeah.
Should have known that this was bullshit from the spider sex people.
Wow. Oh my! It looks like. Oh wow. Ooh, crazy.
Could that
weird.
be a
crazy.
road?
Weird. Oh, what is that? Ooh, ah.
Rick.
Oh,
What- It's like E.
ooh,
You
right
see that?
there. Oh, I might queef. Ooh.
You guys see that?
Oh.
This is a queefable event.
But
It's a queefable discovery.
those queefing bastards over there at the Nautilus, I do like one thing they're doing because there's so little of the ocean floor explored. Maybe old crazy Plato was right. They explore more of it. Maybe they'll stumble upon this.
Yeah, did you
Yeah,
see
one
the
day.
thing I sent you? The Indian Ocean thing was pretty cool. They went 4
Yeah.
miles. They went
That
4
new
miles
fish they
down,
found?
and they found
Yeah.
the fish that's mouth opens up, the big fish. Like, they
Oh
found
yeah,
some,
hold on. I have,
like a
I have a
giant,
clip
like,
from that discovery.
bright
Ooh,
white.
wow, it's so big. How? Oh, you know what it's like?
Look at its mouth.
Science.
Look at its. What is that? Did I
Are we
leave?
recording?
Yeah, their dads can just hear the money they wasted on their education.
No, the Nautilus. I stand by the Nautilus. Although they need to. They're clickbaiting us. They're clickbaiting us, and they're getting me every time because I secretly love it. I
We
secretly
just
love the
funded their
Nautilus,
next
actually.
dumb adventure.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Well,
ah.
actually, it's nonprofit, Wes, so people have to donate.
You know what it's like?
Yeah. Well, our clicks are donated.
Should we
people
go by
get excited about it.
Hawaii again?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe those
Ooh,
guys will do a
Hawaii.
video about it. And that's gonna do it for Hard Factor today. It is wheel time. Let's see. Oh, Wes, you got it.
Got it.
Really?
Oh, you want it? Yeah.
No, you got it, Wes.
I didn't
Wes
see
said,
it.
no,
Better.
you got it. Wes's wheel is better.
When Will closes,
wheel is better.
I try to be ready for it.
Oh, I had it on cue, but Wes, no, you
Oh,
go.
okay.
Your wheel is better.
Okay.
Wheel.
Okay.
We saw them back to back. YouTube.com/Hard
Wheel.
Factor News if you want to watch.
Put
the
up
whole
Wes's wheel.
Put up Wes's wheel.
Here we go. Cup of coffee in the big time.
It's like the beef.
Back to
The
BK.
beef. It's all right. Will it ignite
Ooh.
another run for you? Well,
Crazy.
That's the question.
Yeah, another
Will
4
goes
Pete.
one level down.
Oh, that'd be crazy, Will.
Ooh,
That'd be nuts.
Ah, strange.
that's
Wow.
a lot of That's a lot of coffees in a row. Wow.
Hope
what
I don't
it's
get
like?
too excited, jittery.
Vesuvius.
Thank you, as always, for listening. But also, as always, most importantly, have a great fucking day.
Hard Factor. Cheat on the news. Patreon.com/Hard Factor.